In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, hello everybody, how are you doing? We're doing great by the mercy and grace of Almighty Allah. My name's NA Saqib. I'm your Usman IELTS trainer. Additionally, we're also teaching the students of spoken English for the last 20 years at the platform of Genius Institute, Lahore. My dear friends, today's lecture will be about reading subtest of the IELTS and particularly about its important question type, and that's short answer question. So this task or this question type is very common in reading subtest of the IELTS. And moreover, as it's very obvious from its name that the short answers are required by the examiner. So you have to answer not more than 3 words or sometimes less than 3 words. And generally, the questions come from, or questions are taken from the text itself, or you have to respond from the passage itself. The important tip is that this question or this question type or the questions relating to this type actually are generally arranged so that the answers appear in order in the passage. This is the most important tip. So you find the answer to the questions in sequence or in order. So this is a big favor if you happen to know about which question types come in order and which don't come in order. What's the benefit? We'll talk about that later on. But let me explain it first. What does it mean when I say that the answer to the questions come in order? It means that the answers to the first questions come in this group, or will be found in this group before the answer to the second question, and so on. It means that the answer to the question number 1 comes first, and then underneath the answer to the question 2 would be found, and so on. This is really a big favor by the examiner if you happen to just know which question types come in order and which don't. Actually, it's a morale booster. First of all, you become confident and it saves your important time. You know about IELTS reading module, it's all about time management. So you have to manage your time very effectively and very carefully as well. Knowing about that it comes in order, so it will save you from going back to the beginning of the text for each question. So that's a big advantage. Moreover, the next step is you have got to read all the instructions very carefully and check how many words are required to meet the requirement of the answer. Whether it's a 1-word answer or 2 words answer or 3 words answer is required by the examiner. And next, I would give you this important tip, and that's for most of the question types, that you must go through the questions first in order to come to know what sort of information is required by the examiner, and you have to work on while skimming through the passage. So first read all the questions to plan ahead what sort of information you will be looking for in the text. So that's important. Reading the questions before reading the text in order to know what sort of information you will be keeping your eye on. And look at the question and scan through the text. You know about the scanning technique. It means that rapid eye movement. You have to hurriedly go through it in order to find your required information. And then find the relevant section of the reading text where you can find your answers quickly. You got to make sure 1 or 2 things, and that is that you read the part of the passage more carefully where your required information is placed. So that part needs your utmost concentration. You cannot make too many grammar mistakes here, yet you have to be very particular about grammatical errors, because these are the answers of one word answer, two words answer, or three word answer. There is not much scope of making grammatical errors, but still you got to be very keen about and crystal clear about the grammatical errors, and you should not commit any. There is no scope of making any grammatical error. Or you must also keep in your mind when you are writing the spellings, they should be correct as well. So if you keep in your mind all these basic instructions, I guarantee you will be scoring very good in IELTS reading subtest, and you will be scoring very decent kind of score in your IELTS. So I wish you all the very best of luck. If you're a prospective student, if you're preparing for your IELTS, you can also subscribe our YouTube channel, Genius Institute Lahore, for further important tips and techniques regarding other modules of IELTS, like listening, speaking, reading, and we are going to shortly upload the tips of writing as well. God bless you all. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you with an uploaded video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.